Hey Scorpios, what's up? It's Shishi with She Reads Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well today. So today I'm doing your weekly reading. The sixth house came out for you all, which is ruled by Virgo. We're in Virgo season. The sixth house is the house of health and service. Like how are you useful to the world? Supporting, helping, caring, the well-being of others, health, and providing. So the sixth house represents the state of your physical body and governs how you assist others. The service you provide may bring rewarding happiness into your life. The zodiac sign that is placed in the sixth house signifies your personal growth and well-being. It symbolizes the quality of your health and how you cope with daily life and crises. The path can divide, creating either optimum vitality or weakness caused by worry. It leads you to recognize your unique talents and feel true joy in being of service to yourself, the community, and the world. Okay? So that's really neat information. So I just did my own personal weekly reading that I do every Monday, and when I was looking at the card, Spirit was just calling me out for just being tired as hell. Like, I just need to get more rest. I need to meditate more, and just stop trying to juggle so much, or trying to, be there for everything, everybody, all the time. So Scorpio is my sun sign, and I have quite a few other Scorpio placements as well. So, the Scorpio is my core. This is the sign I know, So let's see what Spirit wants you to know about your sixth house Scorpio placement. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and North Node. All right, take what is yours. Leave what is not, as we are doing multiple placements and this is a general reading. All right, Spirit, what do you want Scorpio to know about the sixth house placement? Okay, so we got obsession, we got open up, and we got receive. So obsession is focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. Open up, you're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up and receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. So this is some really good energy, because with the sixth house, it really correlates, because obsession, the sixth house talked about how how the path can divide, creating either optimum vitality or weakness caused by worry. So Spirit wants you to not worry or not obsess over a particular situation. It's giving me Gullah Jack energy. Like if you feeling, weary, or like you're unable to move or progress in something, take a step back and, take another look at it. And you got open up. And open up, that's about feeling true joy. Feeling true joy, that's servicing yourself. Once you're able to service yourself and actually feel joy, you're able to pour that into others. Like whether this is spiritually or if you are with someone. Like Spirit is advising you to open up, work on that heart chakra. And receive just more, just being open to receive compliments, gifts, gifts of love, acts of kindness, you know, all the things. Like Spirit is saying this is really your season to receive now. And don't obsess about what it is and when it's coming. Just be ready to receive it. That's what I'm getting from this energy. Where did I want to go next on this? Okay. I wanted to practice on this a little bit more. And I got, which one did I get? I think I got open up and receive in mine as well, my weekly reading. All right, Spirit, tell me more about this energy for Scorpio. Tell me more about this energy for the 6th house and them being open to receive their gifts. Okay. We have the back of the devil in this deck. And we have the Empress right behind him. So the back of the devil and that laying right there on obsession. You know, Spirit is really emphasizing on you not obsessing, you know, not letting your thoughts intrude in your manifestations, because you don't want your manifestations to be delayed any longer. Right, I want to read this one. You could have a Capricorn, a significant Capricorn placement. I know mine is rising, so, and I got quite a few Capricorn placements as well. Which one's okay? I said the devil. Okay. All right. So the back of the devil. I'm just gonna read the side, the meaning. Okay. So the meaning is much the same as the other side, with the added message that the devil's attention is elsewhere for the moment. So you have a better chance of making your escape. Seize the hope that rises before you. So this is telling me, like this is not a time to obsess over what ifs, or, you know, over anything that could keep you from getting the best results, because favor is in your court right now. And with the Empress on the top of the deck, you know, Empress she attracts these types of things. So it's no need to obsess over this negativity. Let me see, what do I want to clarify that with? Let's see. Okay, I'll clarify with the same deck. Tell me more about this obsession, Spirit, for Scorpio. Came out fast. Declutter. Let go of old items. Create a new sacred space for yourself. So, you know, not just physically, you know, maybe you do need to declutter in your home as well, but declutter your mind, you know. Make room for positivity. Yeah, you got shadow work at the bottom of the deck. Uncover every part of you that has been repressed and abandoned in a past life connection. Someone with heavy influence from a past life is with you. And you may need to, you know, start listening to more uplifting music. Is there anything else you can tell me about this devil energy? Be nice, but not too nice. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Fuck being nice. Alright, so yeah, maybe declutter your circle, what you consider your soul tribe as well. Like, if people don't like the way you do a certain thing, like, don't keep trying to, you know, fit in. Yeah, do a 30-day challenge. Force yourself to do something new for 30 days and home needs TLC. So, like, your home might need some TLC. You might need to take a vacation as well. Just get away, clear your head, get a reading, or do a reading for yourself. Use divination to understand your desires and paths, and give less fucks. Yeah, don't care about what other people think, or, you know, keep trying to change. Like, just watering yourself down to just fit in. Like, this energy is giving me you're not the one to fit in. You're the one to lead. You're the one to stand out. People should be trying to fit in with you. You're the Empress. All right, Spirit, anything else on this obsession? That's my energy. All right, what's this? The back of the King of Wands. And there's the Hangman I was telling you about earlier. But this is the back side of the Hangman, where it's like he's ready to teach others, show others what he already knows. And that's what I'm saying. You are meant to lead. You're not meant to fit in or follow anyone. You know, Scorpios go through transformations on a daily. You know, like, we're used to, like, even though we're a fixed sign, like, we go through so much changes in our own life, like, that we're forced to, you know, transform and rebirth ourselves. Like, we can't fit in with, you know, just anybody, or, you know, we just can't. So let's see where the back of this King of Wands is. Okay, so this is his inner self. At night, the king's salamander companion has become a gigantic snake, coiled around a green tree beside the throne. The snake does not appear to threaten or alarm the king. They abide in silent communion, respecting each other's power. The symbolism of serpent and tree often speaks of choosing knowledge over ignorance. Because this is a nighttime setting, this king may have hidden concerns about things he has always taken as settled. He may find himself questioning old values and beliefs, political or social attitudes and such. Serpent wisdom can be unsettling as it touches on ethical and moral integrity. So this is giving me the energy, what's done in the dark comes to light. You know, and this is telling me that these may be people that you may be trying to fit in with. Like, you may be neglecting, like, what aligns with you, or, you know, trying to neglect, or you just feel like you don't fit in because of how they move. But one thing I can tell you is, like, don't obsess over losing people. Like, don't obsess over losing people. I'm going to read this side of the Hangman as well. That's on the top of the deck. Okay. The two sides of the Hangman card can be seen as exhalation and inhalation. Metaphorically speaking, on the other side, ego and preconceptions are released. On this side, symbols enter the consciousness one by one to be perceived more clearly by a mind empty of expectations. It is helpful to lay this card side by side with the Hierophant and compare them as the two acolytes are doing. The snake on the Hierophant's cross has come down to earth, Wisdom is no longer linked to doctrine. It is an attribute of contemplation. The mask is broken. Illusions are shattered. What are you now ready to see? Yeah, so yeah, it's like, what are you now ready to see? And that's what this King of Wands is sitting here, you know, going back in his head on things that he thought he had closed out, but he hasn't. So that's just giving me more shadow work energy. All right, Spirit, give me my inner child message for this spread. Can I get an inner child message for this spread? Inner child message. Prosperity. Embrace prosperity and abundance. Wealth is your birthright. So yeah, don't obsess over material things. Like it says, wealth is your birthright. And these other cards are saying that all you need to worry about is being in a position to receive them. All right, any other? Forgiveness. And forgive yourself for, like, if you feel like you wasted time, or you know, you feel like you're playing catch up or something like that. Like, forgive yourself for that. Let go of grudges. Forgiveness heals the soul. Liberation, healing, compassion, resentment, anger, and bitterness. Yeah, because you can't be useful to yourself or the world, you know, embracing that 6th house energy, holding on to, you know, grudges and anger, resentment, things like that. All right, so let's see what open up is about. Seems like some lighter energy that we could use. All right, Spirit, talk to us about open up and receive. We're going to read these together. What's open up and receive? Look at that beautiful World card. Open up and receive. The Sun card, okay. Open up and receive. The Fool. Yes. Let's open up and receive. The 9 of Wands. All right. Open up and receive, Spirit. What's this about? Open up and receive. Let's open up and receive for Scorpios. All right. What's that? 9 of Wands. Open up and receive. There go that 9 of Wands I saw. And the 10 of Wands is on the top of the deck. The Chariot is on the bottom of the deck. So right now you may be feeling burdened. But like you still have this strong will to go. But it's like you're tired. You're just tired. Tired of, you know, financial issues, you know, tired of emotional, you know, going through the emotions. You know, you got a 3 of Swords. Like, you've been through a lot, Scorpio. But after going through all that, you got the Queen of Pentacles, the front of her. Where, like, once you go through this period of doing this shadow work and, you know, just really getting to the bottom and letting go of things that is not yours, freeing your space up so that you can receive what is actually yours, what is actually due and owed to you, that you've been waiting for so long. Like, no more, you know, tired of these empty offers, you know, heartbreak after heartbreak. But you coming out with this Queen of Pentacles energy. And like I said, the front side of her. And the Two of Cups right behind that. It's Queen of Pentacles energy. Like I said, it took her a lot to become a queen. You know, she went through it all, you know. She went through heartbreak, probably being homeless, you know. Have all types of bill collectors calling her, you know. People using her for what she has, you know. She's seeing the best in people and giving them her last. And they wouldn't do the same for her. But because she always did things from the heart and with great intention, and after all these years, she still, like, she became the queen, like the Queen of Pentacles, like. And still able to be able to give and just have better discernment about who she's giving to and when to take a break and, you know, all those things. All right, Spirit, tell me more about open up and receive. Tell me more about open up and receive with this Knight of Wands, with the Knight of Wands. Crossroads, important decisions, life-changing, self-made. Yeah, I told you that Knight of Wands, like, he gonna do what he has to do to get the results and closure. Yeah, you closing out cycles, letting go of things that no longer serves you, ending chapters. I think I recall in the last reading, you ending cycles, like cutting off karmic ties. And look at you in this self-made energy, independent success, overcoming odds, creating your own path, built from nothing. Spirit, tell us more about this energy. Open up and receive. Tell us more about open up and receive. Peacemaker. You're being called to apply diplomacy and tact to a difficult situation. So yeah, that's this Knight of Wands. Nine of Wands energy as well. You know, the Knight of Wands, he could be, you know, he's just going in, you know. He's about the action. And like the Nine of Wands, he done been through it all, you know. He's the wounded warrior, you know, very resilient. But like if this is like a legal situation, like, you know, you can show that you've been through some things, but don't react like a knight. You know, don't, you know, move in so harshly or rash, you know. Approach situations with a win-win attitude when making business deals or any decisions. And take action at the bottom of the deck. Whatever your question this is telling you to go for it. And it could be in regards to like a partnership or partnering with someone. And if you are thinking about partnering with someone, make sure you're moving in silence. Said Spirit. Okay, so let's see. Let's get y'all a spiritual message, Scorpios. We're gonna see who this is and who it's for. And close this out. Yeah, Spirit got some good stuff coming in for y'all, Scorpio. Look like they got love, because I did see the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands in there. It looks like y'all got money, but Spirit just wants us to be healed and, you know, ready to receive it so we don't make the same mistakes that we made before, and, you know, invite the same people into our energy that kept our blessings delayed for so long, you know. Okay. We got you are no longer outside. Restoration, resource return, energetic justice. Spirit saw every time you held it down alone. Every time you carried what others dropped. That was never meant to be yours forever. You're not the beggar, you're the builder. Go claim what's yours. Don't second guess it this time, okay? Exactly. Period. Okay, and be careful who you bind. Spell abuse, outcome control. Sorry, I can't read my own handwriting. Energetic backlash. You didn't open your gifts just to trap people in your wounds, whether it's magic or I don't know what I wrote here. When you use your power to bend energy, you bind yourself in return. Okay, so just be careful, like, with your gifts. Okay, like, I know when Scorpios love, we love hard. You know, we don't want to. Sometimes we don't want to let people and things go until we're ready to let them go. But I feel like Spirit is trying to warn you that this is not the person you want to bind yourself to, okay? And we got the document still on my desk, which came out in our reading last week. All right, so, you know, we got those contracts we need to go ahead and close out. You know, go ahead and cut that last binding loose. We got spell worker, spellbound. You're not practicing manifestation. You're performing manipulation. Magic rooted in fear will always collapse. Love spell, glamour word, controlling outcomes. Okay, so that's just, you know, reiterating that be careful who you bind, because you just never know the energy people carry around. Some people, like I said, they have the patience to, you know, carry an act on so long, and you don't even see yourself being manipulated until you don't got too far in, and not too far in that you can't get out, but so far in that you don't let 5-10 years of your life go by, you know. And we got prophetic speaker. You're definitely meant to use your voice. This is about the 6th house. This is how you're going to serve your community. And we got the healed is quiet, silent strength, inner peace, embodied growth. The loudest in the room isn't always the wisest. This card honors the soul who no longer needs to prove their growth. Okay, so this is the energy I was getting in the beginning of the reading. Like, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You can still remain in your demure Scorpio manner, you know, mysterious. Let them wonder. You don't have to make yourself fit in. Okay, and like, I don't know, like this spell word energy, like it could be you, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. I don't feel like it's you doing this though. Okay, and now we talk daily. Strengthen bond, daily trust, spiritual relationship. You used to only call on source in a storm. Now y'all talk daily. That's growth. Okay, all right. All right, Scorpios, I cleaned my desk off camera. I also tried to get y'all a time frame, but, you know, Obsession was one of the first cards that came out. So, you know, Spirit won't try to give those details. But at the bottom of the deck, it was in the nearest future, and the top of the deck said next year. So, you know, that's in about 3 or 4 months. So that's not too bad. You could have met someone online. You or someone else could be short. Somebody is being financially supported. So that's what I'm saying. You don't want to be binding yourself to someone that's going to be having your money fluctuating. Because that's one way when you know your energy is off. When that money start looking funny. right, Spirit, tell me. Okay, you're not barren, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Libra, or you could be a Libra, or have a significant Libra placement, or this could be because this is Libra season, could be significant. Justice playing out. Somebody could be hotel hopping or just have unstable living situation. White American could be significant. Someone could be added to someone's phone plan. I already say you're not barren. Who is it? Who is it for? Traits about them. Who is it? Who is it for? And traits about them. All right. Someone could be taking a road trip. The number 7 could be significant. Someone could be stuck in their ego. The number 6 and 7 could be significant, or the 6 and the 7 could be significant. The letter I, the letter H, high, assembly worker. A Taurus could be significant. We already said road trip. All right, Scorpios, this is what I have for y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it gives you the clarity you need, and I'm wishing you all the best. Bye.